Cobra Commander, issue number 1. That's right, folks. We had Duke a couple weeks ago. Transformers is going strong. Void Rivals, not reading that one. Maybe I should. But now it's time for a villain to take center stage. It's like a parallel story to the Duke origin. Something happened with Duke and he had his whole mission. Joshua Williamson is also writing this Cobra Commander book. And this issue, I think more than any other issue in the Energon universe, really genuinely surprised me. I liked every issue so far. I like what Transformers is doing. The Duke book was really fun. But this one just had me go, oh yeah, we're trying something here. Like, having this much interest in Cobra Commander is so fun. I like that a lot. So as we see like the origins of Duke taking his place among the Joes, we're seeing the basic origin of what's going to be coming for Cobra and Cobra Commander's place and all that. And it's pretty crazy. So we open up this book and we see the things that we've seen before. They've kind of been teasing this preview in other issues. We're in some snowy mountain somewhere. A stranger walks into a bar. He's in like a big trench coat and hat. His face is kind of cloaked and he's asking if he can get assistance in finding a vehicle, but he's talking with like a lisp, like, speak now if you can be of assistance. And you're like, okay. So this guy's like, you look like a weirdo, buddy. Good luck, though. It's kind of cold. I don't know how you're going to find a vehicle. That guy just walks out, but Cobra Commander follows him. And we see that this random guy has like a souped-up vehicle with like treads in the snow. He's like, that will do nicely. And then we just hear Cobra Commander kill this guy. And we see the bartender walk out like, that guy forgot to pay his tab. He's like, oh, shit. That guy's murdered. And there's like the Cobra logo in the blood. And you're like, that is a great opener. I love that opening. The artwork really works for the tone of the story. And then a huge shift in tone, because then we head to, I'm just going to bury the lead here. This is a flashback to what's happening before Cobra Commander is walking into that bar. We go to Cobra Law, which is a place in the G.I. Joe lore. I don't know too much about it. I know it's kind of like, it's a stupid reference, but just because I've been like familiarizing myself with the stuff in Planet of the Apes recently, it's like the secret society of Planet of the Apes. There's like a secret society underground. That's kind of Cobra Law, but they're like human adjacent-ish characters. Like they have a specific nature to them. Either way, there's like a lot of good stuff going on. They're riding interesting creatures, and there's like a weird explosion, and everything is going bad. And then you see that Cobra Commander, who is he going by Cobra Commander at this point? It doesn't really matter. He's using weapons against the insurgents that are hurting the people. He's like, you fools, science will prevail over all of this, which is such a cool angle to explore. Like in this society that's very like, you know, symbiotic with nature and like just organic and bio-organic, just like likes being able to feel something. You have this guy who is kind of like the usurper of everything going to go on, who likes using technology. He's all about the future and science and building and creating. And I think that's really cool to have him in this society. So he starts to use his weapons to fight the people. It causes a big explosion that hurts a lot of people, including himself. He almost blows himself up. And we see a lot of scientists trying to bring him back to life using organic stuff like a jellyfish and a bunch of snakes, pumping a bunch of venom into his body. And the entire time in this book, we do know it's Cobra Commander, because he's the main character of the book, obviously. But we also never see his face, so it's always cloaked in armor or a mask or something. Here it's cloaked in bandages. He finds a helmet waiting for him next to his door, and he puts it on, and that's when he's like, you have been summoned. And you just see like some cool character designs. Cobra Law becoming like a key component of this story. So there's like a new faction we could fight against. Okay. So Cobra Commander is summoned to talk to the head. It's Golorobos or something. If I see the name pop up again, I'll tell you what it is. He's like, it's just the Emperor, and he's like Darth Vader. You know what we're doing. It's fine. He's sitting on a Cobra throne. He's like, your science got people killed, you idiot. You're stupid. I don't like you. Golobulus is his name. Okay, there we go. Lord Golobulus. What insanity. He's like, you don't understand, Lord. I need to do my studies. I am a loyal follower, but everything I do is in the name of Cobra Law, in the name of you, Lord. I do it all for you. And then we see I saved your life so I can watch you die, Commander, so that's what we're going to do. My Centurion guards are going to kill you. And that's when they start attacking Cobra Commander, but he's a man of science, so he made like little weird insect creatures that crawl into their masks and like kill them from within, and they like burst out of their hearts and their chest. And he's like, look what I can do, Galabulus. This is for us to strengthen Cobra Law. We could take over the surface world if we wanted to. I'm just saying, if we wanted to, my lord, we could, because I'm very talented. I could do that stuff. But I must leave, for a special mission in the outside world. And I promise you, it's going to be for the benefit of Cobra Law. And then the Emperor, Galabulus is like, I don't know what that means, but okay. So that's when we see Cobra Commander is going to go do something in the surface world. Before that, he has to finish working with his technologies because he has, this is cool, he has like a resource that's going to help him like build all of his trinkets and stuff. And that resource is Megatron. So we open up this book, and Cobra Commander is using Megatron's body and his pieces to build stuff. He's dissecting him. It's so cool because at the end of Transformers number 4, which came out last week, we saw Megatron was thawing in the ice. So maybe Cobra Commander found him or something? Or maybe this is before that. And he's like, well, I'm alive. You've served me well. And, he was okay with my stuff. So the Lord's kind of okay with what we're doing. Because I can see what happened in space during the Cybertron Wars. And I'm like, we're just on Earth. If you're telling me there's like big robots in space, we have no chance to stop it. So I got to find a way to protect my people and myself. I love that this Cobra Commander is an opportunist who's trying to, be in charge, be like the most powerful person in the room. But he's also just like, I know what I'm doing. I'm smart. I'm capable. I just like power. I love that. So he starts electrocuting Megatron. And he's like, well, I'm going to harness this. I'm going to go to the surface world and everything's going to be better. You take it easy, buddy. And that's when you just see like Megatron. He just kind of smirks as he leaves like, oh shit, is he going to break out and destroy Cobra Law? That could potentially be what happens. But I'm just like, that is so cool. Like the proper introduction to both of these like universes' big bad is in this one sequence where Cobra Commander is literally like dissecting Megatron. I wasn't expecting that, and I think it's so cool. Like, that is a badass thing to see. It's so fun. I dig it. I'm all in. I'm liking this universe way more than I thought I would. So then we come back to the present after the events of killing the guy in the bar, and we see that there is somebody working alongside Cobra Commander. Is like, look, when I took this job for Galabulus, I didn't know you were going to go around killing people. We got to keep you hidden. You might want to like wear a normal face because you look like a freak. He's like, nah, I want the attention. Trust me. This is what we need to do. We're all going to be fine. Everything's coming up Cobra Commander, and you love to see it. So there's something that Cobra Commander is looking for in the surface world somewhere. We don't really know what that is, but he has like a pin on his, I guess, like his watch, and he's like searching the globe, and it looks like he's headed to Florida in the Everglades, I guess, because we see there's a house on the bayou or something. Is the bayou in Florida? I don't know. Maybe. And what's scratched on the side there? Dreadnoks. Ho ho ho. We bringing them back. Oh God, we're going to test my Joe knowledge right now. Is Dreadnoks Zartan? I should pull up my classified toys to still take a look, but I'm like, I think it's Zartan. It's one of those guys that's like affiliated with Cobra, but it's like of a different subsection. And I'm like, okay, cool. Duke's gonna be doing his thing with like Cover Girl and Sergeant. Who is it in the like Rock and Roll, and Sergeant Stalker is gonna be showing up in like the Duke book, but Cobra Commander is gonna fight the Dreadnought, I guess. Look, this was just more science fiction horror than I was expecting from this book. Having not really read anything about Williamson talking about it, it just surprised me on a huge level where it's like, okay, what if Cobra Commander was like part of like a secret society that like uses snakes and jellyfish to keep themselves alive, but he's an opportunist looking to use technology in a society that's anti-technology? and his weird emperor god is just like against him so much. But he's like, I'm actually better than all these sons of bitches. So I'm gonna go to the surface world. I'm gonna go fight people using the power of Megatron to just take shit over and wreck shop. I'm like, okay. I am all in. What are we doing next, everyone? I'm all in. Having the time of my life. I dig it. I'm all in. What are we doing? So, Cobra Commander issue number 1, I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.